Hey guys, and welcome to the Custom Splotch exhibition. We are live here at Sideshow. We are socially distanced. I'm here with Tracy Tubera.
Hello, everybody.
My name is Eric, and we're going to be looking at a bunch of awesome splotches today. Each one is custom. They took a blank splotch. You can find them on our website, easy plug. And they did their own creative interpretations of them. So we're going to take a look, and we're going to start right over here.
I have a question for you, Eric.
Yeah.
Who designed the splotch?
Who designed the splotch? The splotch, it's kind of an internal amalgam of like, hey, what if we took our cool logo and expounded it into like a sphere? We worked with Monkey King, and they added a little je ne sais quoi to it.
I just love how it's a great character, great mascot that represents Unruly and like the vibe for Unruly. So I think it's a great job.
Yeah, clearly people found inspiration in it. So.
There you go.
We're going to start over here. Well, who's that one, Tracy?
This first one is entitled Splotter by Josh Mayhem. What's up, Josh? Josh is a cool artist, fan of his work. His style, he tends to have a lot of, he likes to use this drip.
Yeah,
effect.
this is his signature look.
Yeah. Honestly, every time I see his work, I think of candy. And I just want to eat it.
I want to eat it. Don't lick it, but I want to lick it.
But again, like you said, signature look, signature style. And if you ever see his stuff, guys, look at it in person. There's a lot of detail. And it's not just paint dripping. He does it in a very strategic way. And a lot of times he'll have the drips dripping really long off the object. And you can see it a little bit on the bottom, how it's coming off. But he does it in such a great manner. And always whenever he's done, it just looks amazing.
And moving on up from there, we have this awesome kind of role-playing inspired splotch where Amy Chase, she works for Sideshow. She literally turned the splotch on its head and kind of created a new visual form out of it. I love the little characters too, kind of battling. You get a really unique sense of scale.
And that's what's always so great about a custom piece, or when you do a custom show, when people just take the shape and they figure a different way to look at it. Like you said, how she flipped the splotch upside down, and the drips from the bottom now become like tentacles on the top.
It beholds a lot of eyes, I would say.
Oh yes.
Nice, and I like the bold take on the base too, really give it context.
There you go, going the extra mile.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Next one up is by Mark Nagata. It has a very cosmic vibe to it.
Yeah, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but there's a really unique kind of glitter, sparkle, space effect going on. And I'm not going to touch it because I don't want to mess it up, but there's some unique kind of space, patterning going on all around the whole thing.
Yeah, this is one of those pieces where, if you get a visual of it, 360 visual, there's so much detail around it. Even on the top, you have it looks like an eclipse.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely a throwback to old school, pulpy sci-fi kind of comic covers.
Yeah. And just the floating eyeball in space.
Yeah.
It's creepy but cool.
It's so ominous.
Yeah. It's like this giant eye that's just staring at you from space.
Right,
Great job, Mark.
Awesome. Yeah, let's move up top here. What do we got?
Up here?
Yeah.
It is entitled Nerb Derb by Blake Stevenson. That's a great title.
That's a great name.
Yeah. And for me, my art style, I love thick black lines reminiscent to comic books, cartoons, and it seems as if Blake here has that same type of style or aesthetic where the black lines and just the face of the character is great. It almost looks like a jack-o'-lantern in a sense, or would you say a skull, Eric?
It's kind of a mix of both. I really love taking that 2D kind of, using the perspective to get the 3D effect of the eyes kind of popping out.
Yeah.
Doing it only with paint, no sculpting at all. Really unique.
Yeah, I love that. He did a great job on that one.
It's one of my favorites.
Oh, I love his Instagram handle, Jetpacks and Roller Skates. Jeez, this guy's just doing it. The title of the piece, his Instagram name.
This guy's got it made.
He got it made, yeah. Next one up, I guess, is a Splotch in Carbonite, inspired by a great film that we've all probably fans of.
Yeah.
Designed by Corwin Webb. This thing's awesome.
Yeah, this took a lot of extra effort to kind of build the frame out and have the kind of clay mold thing, painting it and really making it feel like it's embedded in a fictional format.
It's great. Like even if on the side, like you add the details on the side of the block, so it's
Oh,
almost
man.
like text stuff on the side. That's great, man.
Yeah, it's a great tribute. I love it.
I wonder how heavy that is.
I've lifted it before. It's very heavy.
Is it? Oh, wow.
It's imagine how it would feel. This material would feel in real life if somebody was frozen in it.
Frozen and stuff.
Splotch night. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, I love that one. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. Puns aplenty, people. Should we go up or middle?
Let's go up here.
There you go.
So this is, what's the title of it?
There's no title.
This is by Mike Poopbird Groves, which you might have seen as Kaijus as part of the Unruly Industries designer toy line. He did a very unique base on this. It's kind of like one of those, what do they call when you have like a bug kind of like on a display
like a
thing?
butterfly? Like an insect? Yeah.
It's like a specimen in that way. But he really took the splotch and kind of unique tilted angle kind of pierced in there.
Yeah.
You know, he's a tattoo artist, so you really get that sense of using the skin of it in kind of unique way and kind of rounding the edges with the art.
And Mike, you did a great job on this piece, man. Like you can see his love for creatures in this thing, man. The details of just the almost like crab-like arms, and then the teeth and the eyes, and then even down to a little bit of like the name tag on the base, that adds that whole like old school specimen display.
Yeah, no, that's it. It's all in the details.
It's all in the details. Like I'm wondering like how he got the actual pin through the piece. Because like, are these they're hollow, right? They're rotocast vinyl.
Yeah.
So like, he had to be careful with that, where he just didn't like if you drilled through it, that he didn't mess up the whole the whole piece. That takes skill, Mike. That is skill. Craftsmanship at its finest.
All right, let's jump back down.
Oh, next up we got the homie Freehand Prophet here. Freehand is much like myself, loves sneakers. He does this great style where he takes sneakers and it inspires him to make masks. So I feel as if he took that same aesthetic and made a sneaker mask for the Splotch.
Yeah, there's some really cool sculpted elements on here, and I don't know if you can pick it up, but you can see the Freehand Prophet kind of logos and insignias everywhere, and the gas mask kind of visuals, which is cool now. He made this before we revealed it, but we have his ram and giraffe masks you can find on Unruly Industries, and it's kind of cool to see how he infused some of that style into this as well.
Yeah, like you can tell if you're a sneakerhead, you can see, especially with like the little pieces around the mask, which shoe it's inspired by. A certain Air Maxi type of shoe, inspired by. But I love how, like you said, like he always incorporates his logo into, in a sense, the branding of the actual sneaker itself. And then as you look at the mask, you see certain details from the sneakers in the mask, like the top part is the tongue of the shoe, the airbags are on the side of the mask, and just the overall marble paint effect that he did on it.
Great.
Is great.
Awesome job, man.
Shout out to Freehand, man. Your new toys for Unruly look awesome.
All right, let's jump up here.
Oh yeah.
I gotta say, this one has some of the most interesting sculptural enhancements to the piece, I would say. Like, at first glance, you're like, wait, where's the splotch? And then when you start digging, you see kind of this, stalagmite temple.
No, I had the exact same thought. Like at first when I saw it from far away, it's like, wait, where's the splotch? And then you get up close and you see that the dragon is perched on top. Such a great way of again, taking the actual toy, flipping it upside down, using the different shape of it to create something brand new.
Yeah, I love like the kind of like alluding to like a dragon culture. They're kind of guarding, some untold riches perhaps, or just, familial protection.
I love that little backstory you just created there.
It just came to me. And it comes from, this is from Kelly, who is actually one of our graphic designers. So who knew our own staff was so multi-talented?
Everybody.
I knew that.
You knew that, Eric. I think everybody in the world should know that everybody here at Sideshow is just super talented. Way to go, Kelly. It's entitled Dragon's Nest, of course.
All right.
Yeah.
And we can just skip this next one because it's so disturbing in such a cute and charming way, I will say. No, but this piece is very unique. It's one of the fuzziest ones we have here.
I love the take on the name, Squatch. A mashup of Splotch and the creature it's inspired by.
This is this is something I would not want to be coming across in a forest.
The details on the tongue and the teeth are amazing. It's like, are those real teeth that she might have found?
We gotta question Kiana on this. If
All
she
right.
harvested some.
Need to find out about those teeth and that tongue. It's like, what the?
The tongue, I believe, is kind of a rubbery texture too, so it just adds to the mystery. The mystery. Let's say the mystery.
Oh man. But seeing this piece, I kind of want to see like a body for it.
I don't. No, but this is a great job, kind of a multimedia expression of the splotch.
Yeah. I mean, the details in the eyes, the mouth, and then even just getting the fur on there, man. It's great. Good job, Kiana.
All right, what's this awesome lava explosion one? Who did this one, Tracy?
This is entitled Lava Demon by Rob DeMaio. Hope I didn't butcher his
he's
last
from
name.
our mold and cast department.
Oh, right on,
We love Rob.
Dude, yeah, like the actual effect, like the texture of the lava is great. Like the burnt, like lava crackling.
Oh yeah, it really adds to the. Yeah, you're right. The texturing really makes the lava, kind of stick out and really give that unique eruption, melting kind of effect, like it's eroding the splotch.
I love how like he incorporated the splotch's eyes into the whole texture.
That is something, when we gave everybody the splotches, it was totally blank. There was no eyes. So to see how everybody kind of reinterprets the originals or goes in a completely different direction is really interesting.
I love that. And even like the explosion of the lava at the top of the head.
Yeah.
It's almost like cartoony hair.
Yeah.
I love that. So next up front we have by Liang Wang Kok, I think, at 1,000 Tentacles. And it's a great like creature interpretation of the splotch, man. I love it.
Super unique, yeah.
The mouth, like the details in the teeth in the mouth are crazy. Almost very like bat-like.
Yeah, again, another creature I wouldn't want to run into in real life. But this is one where they changed the mouth kind of design the most from most of these splotches. And I really appreciate seeing people push the form as far as it can go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they took away the tongue, adjusted the mouth, and he added like the kind of big ears. And in a weird way, it just becomes like a brand new shape, a brand new character, if you will.
Totally.
Great job. Do you want to go up?
Oh man, let's totally go up. This is making me hungry.
That's what I was going to say. That's why I kind of wanted to go up to that one next.
This piece is amazing. It's by Jeff Webb. Again, reutilizing the splotch form by like slicing off that top and making it a bowl. And this suspension gag, I mean, come on.
That, and then I love how he even made the noodles out of like yarn. So opposed to making like the noodles out of like, say like molding it out of like clay or something. I love the almost like the juxtaposition of the actual like vinyl toy, but then the food is all like it's like fabric. It's like yarn, and like even like the egg is fabric. I was like, that's such a great idea. Great like mixture of media into this one piece.
Oh, I love it so much. Oh man.
It does make me hungry for ramen right now.
I know, even if it's made of yarn, I still want to eat it.
Yes.
Wow, such a unique piece. Seriously, great job, Jeff.
How do you ship that? I just had out of curiosity, like without it like falling apart.
This was a direct handoff.
Nice. Okay, that makes sense.
This one was taken care of with a lot of respect too.
That is great. Even the little pieces, the slices of pork, I just noticed that in the back. Like for like ramen, like behind like the actual like spoon ladle. That's great.
Awesome job.
Next up, we have a piece by Andrew Huerta. Nice little graffiti inspired custom. Love that. I believe he has like a little like it's almost like a sticker slap across the face.
Yeah.
With his tag on that. Great job on that one, man.
Yeah, that one's got such a unique texture to it. I think, is there a duct tape on there too?
Is there? Oh yeah.
Man, I really like these kind of not trying to be too perfect and kind of really handmade aesthetic to this. It feels very like street urban kind of vibes.
It's just like, depending on the artist, it just really shows off like their style and what inspires them. And it comes across in all these customs, man. I love it.
All right, moving on to this little pokey silver boy over here.
That one's entitled From the Red Planet by Ricky Lovas.
Can anybody guess that reference online? A certain horror movie, perhaps?
Oh, okay. Not right when you said horror movie, and then I saw it. I was like, oh, okay. It all of a sudden like snapped together. I was like, now I get it.
No, Ricky did an awesome job on kind of creating this homage to a certain horror movie. If you pick up on it, it might drill you in the forehead.
Oh, geez.
All your blood.
There you go. The puns, more puns. Again, like how, like, I know it's a simple thing, but drilling the hole into like the vinyl, a broadcast vinyl piece, like that takes some skill and some being very delicate. Because if you mess that up, you would end up screwing up the whole thing.
Sometimes the simplest things are sometimes the most effective.
Exactly. Oh, there you go. There you go. Next one up, we have by Lydia Fenwick, and another little cosmic take, but I love it, man. Like I love her paint style on this. Again, like incorporating the eyes for the splotch, the star and the little squiggly swoosh.
Yeah, I'm really loving all the outer space kind of theme. It's funny how you give an artist the same canvas, and you see kind of the similarities and differences between them.
Yeah.
And space seems to be really calling to people right now. Amazing. I love the color palette.
Space is calling to all of us, Eric. 2020 isn't over yet. I think the last thing that needs to happen is that the aliens need to come. And then our 2020 is complete.
All right, let's jump up here.
Ooh, yeah.
Look at this bad boy. Wow. This is one of the most unique kind of senses of motion in all of these, I gotta say.
And it's created by Doug Stannett?
Yeah, Doug Stannett.
There you go. Yeah, like, that's great, like how, like, just the trail, the smoke trail, elevates the character up in the air, and even has like a unicorn horn on top.
I want to say it's a reference to a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
Ooh, nice.
But I might be stretching. I don't know.
I think that's a nice connection that I didn't even think of until you said that, so that's great.
But just the fantasy kind of aspect with like this amazing sense of motion. That's so great. God, I love seeing like fire and motion in these kind of pieces.
Yeah, I love seeing like when people are able to add to a piece to give it like some sort of illusion of flight or like suspension, like these two next to each other. Like that's just a great way of adding.
Just the engineering to get it to happen is art in itself.
Yes, sir. Amazing.
Wow, awesome job, Doug.
So the next one up, by our friend Scott Zillner, his little homage to an old '80s video game hero.
Yeah, who knows what character that could be.
I mean, I can't even think of it right now. Scott, of course, being so great with his paint. Little side note, Scott actually did a lot of painting for a lot of the figures I made for Unruly. So way to go, Scott.
Yeah, Scott's a good friend of Sideshow. Again, simplicity in the idea and execution, it really stands out on this display of amazing pieces. Your eye's going to go to that thing that you might recognize, as like unlocking some sort of nostalgia.
And if he did it so cleanly that just once you see it and it pops, like you said. Good job, Scott.
Awesome.
And of course, like right next to him, we have another like friendly looking face, and I believe that's by, it's entitled "Barely Available."
Oh, that's the artist.
Oh, that's the name. Oh, okay.
At Barely Available.
Oh, there you go. I just love like the expression
that
they did on this character. It almost looks great right next to Scott's. Like it's two happy dudes hanging out.
I know. Amongst some of the scarier ones we've seen, this one's like, I'd be friends with this one.
Yeah. It has a cool little handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
The great thick eyebrows. I'm down with that. I love that.
Man, I love it.
What's that guy up there on top?
Ah, man. It looks like some sort of creature that might worship a golden god, in some sort of space fantasy. Definitely such a unique sense of, unique use of costuming and fur and, using the expression to like create this, amazing creature. And even a little spear weapon over here.
Nice. The name I love. Splickets Splaric.
Say that 5 times fast.
I don't think I can. But again, I love the mashup of just like Splotch and the character that inspired it.
Yeah.
Dude, the fur, the costuming on it, everything is like, that's like top notch, like the construction right there.
Just want to pet it. It's so cute.
Do you think there's more fur underneath the headpiece? Like, do you think the whole Splotch is covered?
Oh, guaranteed. It's let's say anatomically accurate. Hey, you're taking on weird, man.
Hey. I just thought that comment was very interesting. I loved it though. Next one up.
Oh, all right.
Is by the homie Uncle Scro.
Get a good shot of that.
Titled Maximum Carnage, inspired by
a certain symbiotic character.
Yeah. That takes it up a notch. Dude, he
Wow.
did such a great job on this piece, man. Like from the texturing, uh, the skin, and then even just the gloss makes it look all
The
gooey.
gloss, like the fact that you get, yeah, again, the texture in the glass, the way he layered it is so incredible.
And then even like how it was slight, but just taking the tongue and having it point up and out, opposed to like hanging down on the normal splotch, like it was a great addition to the whole piece itself.
Man, he's taken to the next level.
Yeah. Way to go, Scro.
Awesome job. All right, well, guys, we're going to take a little break here. We got some cool content coming up. We got a little feature on Jesse Hernandez, one of our Unruly artists. And Alex is going to review Pseudo 5's Stairway to Hello. So we're going to join you back after the break to check out some more splotches, and we'll see you then.
In a few.
My artwork is reflective of my own heritage, the indigenous cultures. You know, like you're trying to reflect your own identity. Just something about that always wants to come out. The name Urban Aztec kind of came from describing my style. It's graffiti and Aztec culture is like Urban Aztec. There was no Aztec anything, you know, back in the day. So trying to make something that anyone that's like me would have something to feel proud about also. You know, like, man, that's me right there. I reflect on kind of the duality of life and death, the Day of the Dead. That's the ancient Aztec culture. You know, you're trying to do something super creative that makes you hyped about making it. For me, art's the most important thing. It changes everything.
What drew me to designer toys was my love for the art style itself. Growing up, my influences was like graffiti, anime, American comic books, and cartoons, and like I loved when things were very stylized. My art style didn't really translate to that mainstream stuff, but when I saw those designer toys, like that's what I love to draw. These dudes are making toys in the same art style that I like to draw in, and that was just crazy.
It's a pop culture in and of itself. Our opportunity to get as creative as we possibly can.
It really is all about the artists for this line.
Being part of Unruly Industries is amazing. You know, my superheroes and sneakers was the thing that got people's attention and all these licensors' attention, and then we just kept moving forward with that. I tend to do a lot of things in forced perspective, so seeing that get turned into a real thing, it's a joy. It's almost like seeing the birth of my child. Which, you know, I can't compare because the birth of my child is up here, but, you know, birth of a toy is like, it's right below it, it's right there. It's a difference.
It won't stop laughing. It won't stop laughing. It won't stop laughing. It won't. What's up, designer toy collectors, my fellow freaks, weirdos, and geeks? It's me, Alex, your favorite bearded weirdo, here to talk to you about my latest mail. My latest mail call? My latest mail call. So here we have it. This is Stairway to Hell O by Pseudo 5. Now, Pseudo 5, I would say, specializes in nightmares, but beautiful nightmares. I mean, it's psychedelic, super bright colors, all the pinks and whites, and it's just so beautiful, but it's also so terrifying. It's almost repulsive, yet drags you in. And this is no exception to that. First, I want to go over this packaging. The front here with the logo and the teeth, you're just being swallowed into this stairway to hell. Oh, it continues around. Now you have the mouth here, and it continues around to the top where you see the eyes that are stairways to who knows where. Again, with the logo and this creepy, beautiful pink eye. The box, I gotta say, the box is one of my favorites. It's so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous beyond belief. Then you have this spiral staircase into this eye with the bleeding, just sort of bleeding pink, almost like the clown's face is melting. Then here you have the original drawing of the figure that this was based on, and it's also just in this melting psychedelic, just nightmare scape. And then on the other side, it's just a continuation of what was here on both sides. And then even when you open it up, it is like the veins of a bloodshot eye. It is just total terror, yet so gorgeous. I really do love this box. But let's get this open and see what we got. So here we have the figure itself. And as you can see, the colors pop. It is so beautiful. The pinks, the greens, the blues, this like aquamarine sort of color here and here. I love the sculpting. The sculpting on this figure is... Did you hear it? All right. Okay. The sculpting on this is wonderful. I mean, the eyes are the windows to the soul, right? And these are almost like portholes from a ship. And then inside those holes is this stairway. Then here on the hat, you got the little floofs, the little poofs. This weird swooping, it's almost like metal nose here. And again, we have the sculpting of almost like the neck muscles here. It's all sculpted in. It's not just drawn in. Okay, I'm not crazy, right? This is hollow. There's no speakers in here. Okay. All right, so then you have these eyes here, and the eyes themselves, this is sort of depressed in here, and then the iris and... Okay. Enough. Anyways, back to the sculpt. So we have the eye here. It's a depression of the eye, and the iris here is sculpted, and then if you turn it around to the back, we have another eye. So the two eyes where the stairways are missing, but they're here in the center, in the front, and in the back. And this is also sculpted and raised and sort of depressed in there. It's such a cool paint application too. The pink and the green really complement each other. And then you come around again to the front, the mouth. I mean, these terrifying teeth and this little chin drawing here. And this is all sculpted once again, and the paint application of the pink on these lips, it's glossy, whereas the other sections are matte. This is like a nice high gloss, like a lipstick. And again, to the sculpt, I love that. I mean, this is a little weird to do. I love that I can stick my finger in the eye. It's not just sort of painted on in some sort of illusion like the drawing. So it's three-dimensional. You can feel it in there like the stairway goes inside, and where is it actually going, right? And aside from the eyes, I mean, all the other little details, the cheeks, these are sculpted. And this birthmark here, also sculpted and painted. It's really cool. It gives it a little extra dimension. And then on the bottom, I always love seeing the different signatures on the bottom. It's really cool. The Pseudo 5 logo is almost like scratched in, carved in with a knife with the little creepy eye right above it. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful piece. I can't get over it. So if you want to grab this figure, it's shipping now from unruly.sideshow.com. While you're at it, go to Instagram and check out Pseudo 5. I mean, you will love it. Her art is so intense. Clowns and unicorns and wolves and demons and monsters. She has original paintings and tour posters and enamel pins. Her enamel pins are insane. And while you're at it, check out Unruly on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And then join us. Join us over at the Designer Toy Collective, where we're always talking about designer toys like this with other like-minded designer toy freaks and geeks. So, okay, I'm never going to sleep again. I'm done. You win.
From our hands to yours. Sideshow.com.
All right, right, guys, welcome back. We just checked out Jesse Hernandez and Pseudo 5 review, and we're here to check out the rest of the Custom Splotch exhibition. How was your break, Tracy?
It was fantastic.
All right, let's jump back in.
Let's do it.
We're going to jump right up here. This is a piece by Emily Barr, who's a painter who does some work with us on Sideshow product and Unruly. This is such a unique piece, such a, I don't think it's necessarily based on anything. It's kind of an original creation. We've got a really interesting kind of horn and mask base that this, like, I want to say deity is kind of floating up on.
Nice. Wait, was this as I look closer at the piece and like as I see like the eyeballs, was this a glow in the dark one?
This one lights up. In fact, under different lighting circumstances, you could kind of see. Maybe if I snap my fingers, the lights will change. No, let me try again. 1, 2. This gag.
Oh, there you go.
This gag is working.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys can see it at home, but it's great. Like there's like she placed a lighting fixture inside, and the areas that are not painted, which are like the eyeballs itself, like the light shines through it.
Translucent effect.
That's great.
It's really cool. Welcome to the Custom Splotch Show After Dark edition.
Wow.
All right, if I snap my fingers, will it come back on? Oh! Oh, man. Okay, I feel
it's like
really
a clapper in here. You guys are high tech.
All right. I feel really powerful right now. Let's use this momentum to move on to our next piece.
Ooh. And this next piece is by the famous Kim Jong-yi. Did I pronounce that right?
Kim Jong-yi?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, there you go. And like, obviously, like, in his classic style where he just freehands everything, he did this awesome drawing all over the splotch where I believe it's all freehand, right? Just off the top of his dome, man. Like
just a man and a Sharpie.
A man and a Sharpie. I love that. And that's what I always, he's just like one of those geniuses where just nothing, there's no base layer of penciling. He just goes off, starts on one section and just keeps going and going and going, man.
Yeah, he's such a great artist. I recommend checking out his YouTube videos too. You get to see his process.
And just to realize that you'll never be as good as him. That's always a good thing.
We all have to accept that.
Exactly, and just enjoy it for what it is, that he is super talented and he's a gift to the world of art.
And if we move on up here, as you saw in the break, Alex reviewing the Stairway to Hello. This is Pseudo 5 with her custom splotch.
LS Daisy, great title.
LS Daisy.
Because this piece is trippy. Pun. There's my pun. It's trippy.
It's trippy. I'm tripping over here.
There you go. Again, she does a great job, like her fluorescent like paint scheme, colorway, and like
it's definitely unmistakably her style.
Yes.
It's like this psychedelic, monstrous yet somehow charming. It's a standout piece, I will say.
I love how like the mouth, like she extended the mouth on the sides, going almost close to all the way to the back.
There's a disgusting mouth and double eye I'm looking at from my angle here. Oh man, I love these pieces.
Great job though.
Let's get some little ice cream action going up here. We got a piece by Sket1.
Shout out to Sket1.
Sket1. He's a fantastic graffiti artist and illustrator extraordinaire.
Again, another custom piece that makes me hungry. Like I want ice cream right now.
I'm right there with you, man. This is what's the name of it?
It is entitled Neo.
Oh, nice, like a Neapolitan.
There you go.
Man, he's so smart.
And again, like clean, crisp line work on his painting.
Yeah, you can tell he kind of like masked it off kind of perfectly.
And like that's just reminiscent to his style, man. Very graphic styling to his to all of his art. And again, great job, Sket. You're making me hungry. I want ice cream now.
Every artist, great job. Let's keep going.
Next one up, we have a piece by Sam Wells, another cosmic take. But man, he did this.
This
looks very almost like airbrush.
Yeah, this is like next level. This is I believe his Instagram is Uncle Studio.
That is correct.
At Uncle Studio, I recommend checking it out. He does kind of a similar kind of space aesthetic to a lot of pieces. He's kind of known as a customizer, but really like taking that moon tongue to the next. It gives it context and takes it to that next level, I think.
Yeah, and then if you look at the top of the piece, just that almost like. What is it, a galaxy? Just
it's like a nebulae.
Yeah, the way he painted that is like the details are amazing.
I don't know. I'm always impressed by art. I have no idea how it's done. There's some element of magicalness to it.
And then even just the way you finish it off by having that gloss coat at the end just makes that whole like cosmic vibe of it pop a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then just like the lighting in the studio popping off of it just adds it like a little bit more starry effect in a sense. Great job, man.
Man, Uncle Studio. Great.
Should we go right next to him?
Let's go right next door.
Oh, Splotch-a-Doodle-Doo. Great title
Splotch-a-Doodle-Doo.
by Danny Kwan.
I'm gonna award that one of the best titles.
And again, like another great way of taking the shape of the actual like, toy
Yeah.
and not only turning it upside down, but to the side where like the tongue almost looks like a wing to me.
I think you're absolutely hitting the nail on the head.
And then like adding the bird feet and then the beak. It's a great job.
It's fantastic. And Danny is, again, one of our graphic artists. And again, who knew that we had such multi-talented people? Oh, man, so great. I want to feed it like a little tiny bird seed.
Sideshow, man. Everyone here, hidden talents that no one knows about, man. They're just popping off. They got to get their shine every once in a while.
Oh, man.
Great job, Danny.
I wonder if my snapping powers, I wonder if they're going to be coming back anytime soon.
Ooh, for this next piece?
Because I think we got another glowy piece.
Oh, nice.
All right. Unless you want the honors, Tracy.
No, go ahead.
Okay,
It's all you.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right.
Ooh,
Dang.
nice.
Wow. This is crazy.
So this piece is by Eamon Stewart.
By Eamon Stewart.
Eamon
yes.
Stewart, sorry. It's a great like representation of like the old paper lanterns.
Yeah, this is such a great homage to that.
Did they take like the actual shape and make like a paper lantern based off the shape of the piece, or is that the actual like rotocast still?
The vinyl was semi-translucent, so we could kind of paper. You could paper the outside, and if you had powerful enough light, it would.
Oh wow!
happen.
Oh yeah, we put it on a rotating.
Yeah, you can kind of see the whole.
Yeah, look at that. That's great. Even down to the environment for the base.
Oh, I don't even need to touch it. It's so magical.
Ooh, look at that. Paper mache. That's what I couldn't think of. I was like, what is the term? Like it has a very paper mache look to it.
Yeah, this is. Wow. I'm speechless. All right.
But you did a great job on this piece, man. And adding the light inside really helps.
Yeah, taking like the base to the next level. Whew. All right, let's snap on those lights. 1, 2, 3. Boo! Boo!
Look at that. Wow, you've become like a master at
Turning
that.
it back
pro.
on is always easier than turning it off. Yeah, so. All right, where are we going next, Tracy?
So we'll go down here in the front by a piece by Jeff Johnson. Very, like, I don't know about you, but I get this very Mad Balls vibe.
Yeah,
Remember Mad Balls?
Yeah.
And like, I love it, man. He has a funky looking dude. Top of his cranium, his dome is like a little like it looks like it's melting, like his face is melting off.
Yeah, it's like exposed brain, but it's in such a unique painterly style.
Yes.
I believe he's a tattoo artist too, so you get that, the sense that he's familiar with the human body in ways he could kind of represent them on the splotch.
I just love how like he painted like the skin melting away, and the drippiness of the skin flows right into the drippiness of the Splotch character itself. Like he did a great job of that.
Yeah, I love when artists like really consider the form and like how to interact with it.
And of course, right next to Jeff's piece, we have a piece by Spencer Caligiuri. Is that how you pronounce the last
Sure.
name? I'm butchering names here, guys.
We're sorry, Spencer.
Yeah, sorry, Spencer. But it's great because like his piece next to Jeff's piece, I feel as if they're buddies.
Yeah, I believe he's a tattoo artist too. So there's this kinship between
the art
the
styles.
art forms.
Oh, skinship, nice.
skinship?
There you go.
Nice.
In a weird way, it could be like a before and after. Like,
Yeah.
hey, before, like the skin's slowly peeling off, and after, all you see is the skeleton and an eyeball that pops out of the top.
Both of them, the head part is really just like ripping open, and these double eyeballs, they really get me. not get me like understand me, they like horrify me.
Oh, I didn't even notice the other eyeball in the back. Oh, that is creepy.
Yeah, no, I realize I'm getting some different angles than you, but again, these splotches work in the round. They're
great.
so good.
That is a great thing about like the splotch itself, since it is a rounded piece, a rounded shape. it's easier for you to paint like, you know, a 360 type design without
that's-
having to worry about like edges here and there, like blocking the view.
Yeah.
Right on.
Awesome.
Should we go, another ice cream piece. I want ice cream, guys. Pay me an ice cream.
I know, we got to stop doing these when we're hungry.
Exactly.
Awesome. Who did this one, Tracy?
Shazard Arshad. I'm just butchering names now, guys. I feel as if these cards need to be written out phonetically spelled so that way I don't butcher all these artist names. I'm sorry, I apologize. But it is a great piece, man.
But Shahrazad did an amazing job kind of doing this like inverse kind of switcheroo style of an ice cream eating a kid rather than the reverse.
Love it.
And I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but inside this little ice cream kind of cart, there's little frozen kids, you know, for later.
For later, yeah, for later.
He's definitely known for his kind of surrealist, almost comic style. He usually does illustrations, his first like sculpted piece.
Oh, wow.
So to take his ideas and translate them is really impressive. That, you know, he like really went all out.
That is great. Yeah, I love the fact that like the ice cream guy is licking the face of the kid.
Yeah.
And then on the base, you can see there's like skull and bones of like, you know, previous
It's
ice
so
creams.
disturbing.
And his face, the beady little eyes, and just the
Yeah.
happy, like, oh, I'm eating like ice cream, or, you know, a kid.
And maybe it's just the way that the paint dried and stuff, but it adds this like sort of extra demented
Yes.
texture to it.
Especially at the cheek part, or like you know, the edge of the smile. That's great.
Oh my god! When I first saw this one, I laughed for like a whole hour just straight. I had to go to the hospital. I'm fine. Okay, let's pop down here. We got a piece by Joe Diagata, correct, Tracy?
That is
I
correct.
can't read the titles.
Entitled Aqua Dementia. Another Unruly artist. Way to go, Joe.
Yeah, Joe designed our Mad Titan collectible, and he's a huge fan of deep sea divers and wanted to do a tribute piece to that. And I love I never would have thought personally to think of, the Splotch shape as kind of a deep sea diver helmet, but I love it. Absolutely love it.
I love how even the tongue comes out from like the front of the helmet. That's a great little
You got to work with that Splotch anatomy, Tracy.
Yeah. But then how would the helmet work if he's underwater? The tongue is out.
You don't know that they don't breathe
True,
H2O.
that's true. That's true. You're right. We don't know that. The anatomy of the Splotch has not really been documented yet, so we don't know.
No, if anybody wants to write some lore, I'm open to hear about it.
I love it.
Awesome job. Well, let's move over back here. Hopefully you can see. This is a piece by Doomco Designs, and it's entirely in chrome.
That is great.
I'm looking at myself in the back here, and I just can't stop looking at it because I'm vain, I suppose. But the piece is real great.
Yeah, and the way they apply the chrome, like it's clean, it's like on there like evenly. That's great, man. Like and with the lights in the studio bouncing off of it really give it that almost like upscale look to it, if you will.
I wish I could put it kind of on my stick shift in my car. And
How ironic that you say stick shifts a car when the next piece.
Oh.
Nice segue there, Eric.
Nice.
Entitled "The Diesel Splotch" by Paul Roman Martinez, and he obviously has a little bit of a car theme going on with his. Nice with the engine block on top of the head.
I believe that's 3D printed on there too.
Wow.
That's a good use of adding some extracurricular sculpture to
Yes.
Splotch. I really love the goggles too, and the kind of old school like racing numbers on the side.
Oh yeah, see, again, like you've seen it from a different angle, man. There's like more details on the back. I see he has a little bit of a Ace of Spades card on the side of the goggles on the other side.
I can't even see that.
Great little hidden details on this piece.
Man, I want to like hear the little engine like rumble, just like a little, Wow, awesome job. All right, let's pop up here. Let's go up high where the birds might fly.
Oh my gosh, that
I'm
segue.
writing rhymes today. I
Yeah,
don't know. I'm
segues
tired
into
as
each
heck.
piece, man.
This is a piece by Tian He, or T Wei, as you might know his Instagram handle. He's designed a few unruly pieces, and he is known for pigeons. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know
He's
that.
a pigeon guy.
Oh, he loves pigeons. Okay, all right.
So this is his, adding again sculptural elements to the splotch to really change the shape, but still have this like absurdist, surreal kind of tongue and eyeballs and stuff. Still makes sense.
Yeah, and a two-way style has kind of like a cartoony style to his art, and I love how the splotch shape kind of adds to like his depiction of his pigeon.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
the dripping of the splotch kind of still looks like feathers from like a pigeon that he would design. And then even if you guys can't see at home, he added like pigeon feet underneath the tongue. So it's almost like the pigeon feet are like coming out from like the feathers.
Let me see if I can pull this out and you can see this. They're just too cute.
Yeah, it was a great addition. I always love the way he does eyes. Like I just love his
He
eyes.
does eyes so good. And in the little paint like fades. Like just like the little gives a sense of depth and a sense of shape.
Yeah. Great job. The pigeon head on top of the body, like it seems perfectly.
It seems like it's
it
always
fits. Yeah.
like it has always been there.
Yes, exactly.
Why don't these all have pigeon heads?
They should. That should be the next custom show. They're all just pigeons. Next piece up we have from Kyle. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna butcher that last name.
From our good buddy Kyle.
From our good buddy Kyle. There you go. Inspired by a very
Kind of a jokester character.
Yeah, the clown prince of like crime, if you will. I don't know.
Sure.
But did a great job there. I love how the tongue is detached, but it's added to the
like
side.
it's like a tongue ashtray.
I
I gotta say, the hair is one of the most well-styled hairs. If you look at it from some like top angles, if you
would
can,
agree. I would agree.
It's like, man, I wonder if he took it to like Fantastic Sam's or any sort of hair salon. Like, hey, can you cut this for me?
I love how you said hair salon and then you throw out Fantastic Sam's. Not that there's anything wrong with Fantastic Sam's, but I don't really like say hair salon and think Fantastic Sam's.
I don't know. I just first thing that came to mind.
Which one should we go next?
Let's go back here. We got a piece by Holly Meyer. It's an awesome kind of decoupage, if I'm using that word correctly. There's just so many intricate little, kawaii characters and flowers and little eccentricities. Like putting all the little pieces must have taken so long.
Oh yeah.
But it fits so well with keeping the splotch shape.
And again, like she did a great job of incorporating the eyes for the splotch, like the star eye, and like doing it with different little trinkets here also. And then even like how like the body is covered in a certain color or color tone, and then the tongue goes back to the pinks, and then she has like raspberry trinkets in there with like food also and candy. Great job.
And again, the little tiny foods, I want to eat them.
Yep. We should never do these things again when we're hungry. Never.
All right, do you want to move up front?
Yeah, the one right in front of it is, I think it's entitled Brooklyn Buttons.
Makes sense, there's buttons.
There's buttons on the eyes, man, by Ramiro Davaro Comas. Again, if I butcher your name, guys, I'm sorry, complaint to Eric. But great job. Also, the buttons on the eyes, very, true to the title of the piece. Graffiti style, some aerosol paint on there.
It's got some nice
good.
like pastel graffiti.
Oh, yeah.
It's not as saturated, which I kind of like. It really, I don't know, Sam, if you can kind of get some of the graffiti on the sides here, but you got some like the classic kind of bubble letter style, and kind of like a sloppy like extra like lettering layered and layered and layered. Like there's a splotch kind of written around, and like little NYC on there.
Yeah, details on the back, man. You're getting like all this extra stuff from that perspective.
We got eyes on both sides.
Here you go.
Awesome job.
Oh, and they're right next to him.
Oh man, we're going outer space yet again.
Outer space with a familiar friend of the family here by Andy Smith. Works here at Sideshow.
Yeah, our local PR master.
What's up, Andy? Great job.
This is such a unique piece in that there's this. I don't want to assign what species it is, but I'm getting kind of like an alien cucumber vibe. But he did such an interesting job of flipping it on its side and having kind of these creatures pop out, kind of supporting it.
Again, like we mentioned before, like taking the actual like shape of the toy, turning it on its side or it's upside down, and like creating this brand new way to look at it where he took the drips of the splotch and made them like those little aliens popping out of like the surface of that planet.
Yeah, and the planet texture is so incredible.
And I mentioned this before, my favorite part about that piece, the googly eyes.
Yeah.
Way to go, Andy. Anytime you can incorporate googly eyes into anything, you've automatically won.
I so badly want to shake it, but I'm not gonna out of respect for the art.
I just want to see all the googly eyes just shaking at the exact same time.
Yeah.
And then I think a great little bit of detail on it is the bottom little like aliens that are popping out from the bottom. That's great.
Get a little shot of those.
And yes, they have googly eyes too. Amazing.
Everything that can have googly eyes should have googly eyes.
Agreed. 100%.
All right, and we're going to do our last but not least
Oh, wow,
final
here you
piece of
go.
the custom Splotch show. This is a piece by Xanthi, which we have a fun rotating little thing on here. This piece has so much incredible detail. Like, that eye is so mesmerizing.
I love how like the top eyelid has actual like hair placed in there. So I assume like maybe the whole piece is like a fake eyelash.
Yeah.
But then how the bottom eyelid, it's painted.
Yeah.
And it's like it's such a great detailing on that.
Look at this detail. All these flowers are hand painted. It's kind of like this character is wearing some sort of like, bunny onesie flower. Just sculpting this little extra rim makes it like feel like it's like wearing this like suit. It's so interesting.
And the way the flesh is painted, it looks like flesh.
It's so detailed.
Like little slight imperfections here and there, but make it look real. Like little dots in
Yeah,
there.
I believe she's known for like her dolls and a lot of stuff, but kind of taking a doll kind of next level approach to something this bizarrely shaped and still making it work is like a testament to her skills.
Great craftsmanship on that piece.
This is so fantastic. Wow, I'm happy we got to end on such a great piece.
Yeah.
We're gonna kind of walk us back to the center here. Sam, hope you can get a good shot of all these. All these artists did such a great job. They, wow, I truly am taken aback by all the hours and effort put into all these splotches. I want to say thank you to all of them. Tracy, do you have any final thoughts on the pieces?
I just love custom shows because, for me, my start in getting into designer toys was doing custom shows. I don't have the patience for it nowadays because it just takes a lot of time.
It's okay, you have kids.
that was going to be my main excuse. I have kids. But when you see a custom show and you see the work and the talent that every artist puts into their own individual piece, it's amazing when you can see their style come through. And I feel as if with this show, you see each piece, each distinct and different style from every artist comes across great. And then you get to see their craftsmanship. Usually also on something different. Most people might be just 2D artists, and then this is the first 3D thing they've actually done. Great job, man.
Yeah. Well, if you guys want to see more about the custom splotches, you can follow us on social at UnrulyIND or unrulyindustries.com. We're going to be at DesignerCon Friday, Saturday, Sunday this weekend. You can find us on Pop Shop Live, and you can use the code UNRULY to find our shop. We are going to be on there selling some stuff, having some good discounts and deals. But, Splotch Show, we did it. We did it.
We did it!
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you again.
Have a good one, guys!
Go on.